بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. أهلا بكم في فيديو جديد. حلقة النهاردة إن شاء الله هتكون حلقة مهمة جدا هنتعلم فيها أهم المصطلحات والعبارات المستخدمة في مجال البزنس، يعني التجارة، الأعمال، الشغل بصفة عامة. تابعوا الفيديو للنهاية وما تنسوش تعملوا لايك. اتفقنا قبل كده في فيديو حفظ الكلمات ان افضل طريقة لحفظ الكلمات الانجليزية علشان تثبت في الذاكرة وما ننساهاش ابدا يجب ان نتعلم الكلمات من خلال نص او من خلال جمل، يعني من خلال سياق. ولذلك كل الجمل والمصطلحات اللي هنتعلمها النهاردة هنتعلمها من خلال جمل. بعد كل مجموعة من الكلمات اللي هنسمعها مع بعض، يعني حوالي بعد 10 كلمات، هختبركم في كلمتين من اللي هتسمعوهم معايا. يعني هيظهر لك جملة، الجملة هيكون فيها فراغ وعليك تخمن الكلمة الناقصة ايه. ركزوا كويس جدا. Please pay your full attention. جاهزين؟ Let's get started. Manufacturer. Manufacturer. Boeing is one of the largest manufacturers of airplanes in the world. Distributor. Distributor. A distributor buys products from manufacturers and then resells them to retailers. Retailer. Retailer. A retailer is a business that sells products directly to customers or end users. Shipping. Shipping. We offer customers different shipping options with different delivery speeds and costs. Consumer. Consumer. Or consumer. Consumer. The consumer is the one who uses a good or service that has been produced. Commission. Commission. You get 10% commission on each item sold. Confirmation. Confirmation. I'm still waiting for your confirmation. We offer free shipping on orders to consumers in North America. Samsung is very successful because they understand consumer preferences. Freelance. Freelance. He's been freelance for several years. Shipment. Shipment. The goods are ready for shipment. Tariff. Tariff. Or tariff. Tariff. There is a very high tariff on jewelry. Invoice. Invoice. Please pay the final invoice within 2 weeks. Enterprise. Enterprise. I aided him in his enterprise. Sales. Sales. Our main aim is to increase sales in Europe. Credit. Credit. Your credit card is no longer valid. Deal. Deal. She got a good deal on her new house. Concessions. Concessions. You can get travel concessions if you are under 26. The seller has to issue a tax invoice. She works freelance from home. Insurance. Insurance. The insurance company is responsible for this case. Sanction. Sanction. We received sanction to proceed with our plans. Installment. Installment. Can I pay by installment payment? Bonus. Bonus. The company promised us a bonus this year. Personnel. Personnel. Job seekers should apply at the personnel office. Asset. Asset. He is a great asset to our company. Recruitment. Recruitment. My task was to prepare the ground for the recruitment of support workers. Stakeholder. Stakeholder. Every stakeholder in a society must contribute to the society's success. Disruption. Disruption. Strikes are causing severe disruption to all train services. Recruitment of 40 top staff was the last straw. I shall soon pay the last installment of my debt. Payment. Payment. What method of payment do you prefer? Payer. Payer. He is well known as a slow payer. Payee. Payee. The payee of the check must endorse the check. Payable. Payable. This check is payable on demand. Inspection. Inspection. He made an inspection of the school. Rebate. Rebate. Buyers are offered a cash rebate. Container. Container. This container has a capacity of over 30 cubic meters. Load. Load. The truck was carrying a load of bananas. Freight. Freight. The ship carries both freight and passengers. The maximum load for this elevator is 8 persons. Net. Net. His net monthly salary is £1,500. Bill. Bill. I was absolutely staggered when I saw the bill. Remittance. Remittance. Or remittance. Remittance. She sends a small remittance home to her parents each month. Detention. Detention. He was kept in detention by the police. Exception. Exception. I can't make an exception for you. Claim. Claim. She relinquished her claim to the property. Export. Export. Our main export is rice. والفعل من هذا الاسم هو export. لاحظ export. اسم. export فعل. import import والفعل import import. Many countries import wool from Australia. cargo cargo. Does that ship carry much cargo? قبل ما نكمل الحلقة بليز لو بتشوفني لأول مرة أو لسه ما اشتركتش في القناة اشترك في القناة من زر الاشتراك الأحمر، اضغط على زر الجرس، اختار all أو الكل علشان يوصلك كل الفيديوهات الجديدة. لو عجبك الفيديو ما تنساش تعمل لايك واكتب لي رأيك في التعليقات. Jack was held in detention for 5 years. A remittance of a large sum is required. Quarantine quarantine. The ship is detained in quarantine. Customer customer. The customer is always right. Warehouse warehouse. The warehouse has been badly damaged by fire. Delivery delivery. Your order is ready for delivery. Parcel parcel. The parcel was delivered last week. Contraband contraband. Most of the city markets were flooded with contraband goods. Packaging packaging. About 2% of fast food packaging ends up as litter. Wholesaler wholesaler. We're the largest furniture wholesaler in Illinois. والاسم منها wholesaling wholesaling. Purchases purchases. She paid for her purchases and left. Bankrupt bankrupt. He went bankrupt after only a year in business. الاسم من bankrupt هو bankruptcy bankruptcy. The animals are still in quarantine at the port. I have some purchases to make in town. Deposit deposit. They normally ask you to pay £100 deposit. Down payment down payment. Pay me $50 as a down payment. Revenue revenue. The government gets a revenue from taxes. Expenses expenses. We should save unnecessary expenses. Income income. His large income enabled him to live in comfort. Advertisement advertisement. أو advertisement. Advertisement helps us to sell goods. Contract contract. The terms of the contract are under review. Discount discount. I can give you a small discount. Franchise franchise. The franchise was awarded to a French company. The company has just won a television franchise. A deposit of 10% is required. Niche, niche أو niche, niche. The company has created a niche market for itself. Product, product. The company is boosting a new product. Production, production. Japan has taken the lead in car production. Productivity, productivity. We need to increase productivity. Productive, productive. Training makes workers highly productive. Tax, tax. Tax is deducted from your salary. Manufacturing, manufacturing. The company's manufacturing capability is quite limited. Marketing, marketing. She works in sales and marketing. Management, management. A business can do well without good management. Publicity, publicity. The case has attracted wide publicity. Muhammad Salah has made a niche for himself as a professional football player. Income tax will be deducted by your employer. Bribery, bribery. He was jailed on charges of bribery. Investment, investment. Any investment involves an element of risk. Investor, investor. The main investor in the project is the French bank Crédit National. Inventory, inventory. أو inventory. This is a detailed inventory of all the jobs to be done. Supplier, supplier. Gorman Motors is looking for a new supplier for the electrical components of its trucks. Loan, loan. I asked the bank for a loan. Wage, wage. All we are asking for is a fair wage. Salary, salary. He earns an enormous salary. Profit, profit. We'll divide the profit 50-50. Exchange, exchange. Currency exchange rates are always subject to variation. Receipt, receipt. Keep the receipt as proof of purchase. She's being investigated for suspected bribery. The agency is voluntary and not run for profit. Stocks, stocks. He invested his money in stocks and bonds. Savings, savings. It took all our savings to buy the house. It took all our savings to buy the house. Transaction. Transaction. The bank charges a fixed rate for each transaction. Accountant. Accountant. He is going to be an accountant. Staff. Staff. We employ friendly and knowledgeable staff. Bargain. Bargain. Such bargain offers can be repeated. Propaganda. Propaganda. A lot of propaganda has painted him as bad. Poll. Poll. The result of the poll has now been declared. Compromise. Compromise. It's hoped that a compromise will be reached in today's talks. Agenda. Agenda. For the government, education should be at the top of the agenda. He used his savings to buy the bicycle. I refuse to bargain over the price. Employment. Employment. She's looking for permanent employment. Employer. Employer. His employer has increased his wages. Client. Client. He's out to lunch with a client. Economics. Economics. He studied politics and economics at Yale. Vacancy. Vacancy. There was a vacancy for part-time work. Incentive. Incentive. Workers need to be given an incentive to improve their performance. Corporation. Corporation. He works for a large American corporation. Signature. Signature. Someone had forged her signature on the check. Monopoly. Monopoly. The government is determined to protect its tobacco monopoly. Commercial. Commercial. The commercial future of the company looks very promising. Judy works for a large American chemical corporation. You must put your signature on the check. Inflation. Inflation. The government has taken measures to restrain inflation. Deflation. Deflation. Deflation is a decline in the general price level. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Bill went on to become a successful entrepreneur. Bond. Bond. An honest man's word is as good as his bond. Co-worker. Co-worker. Her co-workers spoke highly of her. Recruiter. Recruiter. When confronted by a recruiter, show confidence. Scarcity. Scarcity. The scarcity of skilled workers is worrying the government. Maternity leave. Maternity leave. Karen will be on maternity leave next month. sick leave, sick leave. He has been on sick leave for more than 3 months. Application, application. I attached a photo to my application form. Applicant, applicant. The job applicant must have good verbal skills. There is a great scarcity of food in the drought-stricken areas. The prime aim is to keep inflation down. Trainer, trainer. Our trainer had a strong influence on the team. Trainee, trainee. He started work as a trainee chef. Trademark, trademark. Mercedes is a registered trademark. Brand, brand. You should change the brand name. Commodity, commodity. Crude oil is the world's most important commodity. Negotiate, negotiate. The government has refused to negotiate with the strikers. Negotiation, negotiation. The issue is still under negotiation. Proposal, proposal. I feel that we ought to accept his proposal. Finance, finance. People who work in banks know about finance. Which brand of toothpaste do you use? Water is a precious commodity that is often taken for granted in the West. Lease, lease. We signed a 3-year lease when we moved into the house. Warranty, warranty. The machine is still under warranty. وبدل كلمة warranty يمكن أن نستخدم كلمة guarantee. Guarantee. All our products come with a 2-year guarantee. Insolvency, insolvency. The company is close to insolvency. Recession, recession. This is the worst recession for 50 years. Deficit, deficit. The UK's deficit in manufactured goods fell slightly in the last 3 months. Distribution, distribution. The company has worldwide distribution channels. Promotion, promotion. If you are successful, you can expect a promotion. Output, output. The average output of the factory is 20 cars a day. Hundreds of firms went bankrupt during the recession. Her promotion to sales manager surprised everyone. Hire. Hire. We should hire another secretary to lighten Barbara's workload. Fire. Fire. The company is reducing its workforce by firing 500 employees. Dismiss. Dismiss. The committee has decided to dismiss him. Retire. Retire. Most people retire at 65. Resign. Resign. He should reconsider his decision to resign. Creditor. Creditor. The creditor may sue you if you don't pay the debt in time. Deadline. Deadline. We should finish the project before the deadline. Debtor. Debtor. In 1950, the UK was the world's largest debtor nation and the US the largest creditor. Materials. Materials. Materials are the physical items that a supplier provides to other businesses. These materials could be raw sources such as oil or manufactured parts such as computer chips. Logistics. Logistics. Our logistics department has a sophisticated system for tracking materials through the supply chain. Surtax. Surtax. We think everybody should pay their fair share. So, that's why we put a small surtax on the first dollar after a person has already made $1 million. He was forced to resign due to ill health. The laborer is worthy of his hire. وبكده نكون وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو. أرجو تكونوا استفدتم من حلقة النهاردة ومن المصطلحات والكلمات اللي اتعلمناها مع بعض. بليز ما تنسوش لايك، شير، سبسكرايب. اكتبوا لي رأيكم في التعليقات وأشوفكم إن شاء الله في فيديو جديد. شكرا.